Linares, buenas noches, how you doing? Suspect, buenas noches, how's your day been? William, saludos. Ah, good, good, I've been staying busy, to say the least, right? I'm doing good, Suspect, thank you, God. Today's a good day. Curls Dog, buenas noches, igualmente mis respetos, great to hear from you. Since the end of November, Trajomulco. Gracias, my boy William. And how you like it? Spencer, forgot this thing. Were you guys able to hear me right now? I forgot these things. I apologize. Man, I think this is light's too bright. Popeye, muy buenas noches. Igualmente, saludos. Yeah, like I said before, you come down and you just do you and not get involved with their business. Everything's cool down here. Felipe, muy buenas noches, camarada. Igualmente, saludos. Gotta fix this thing. I don't know. I need to get a new lamp, man. I think there's something big about to happen, William. Yeah, that's always better, Suspect. Just enjoy it. S1, good to see you, bro. Saludos, Arturo. What you guys think about the video for today I uploaded? My bad. I came back this afternoon to sort some things here in the ranch, and I just wanted to put something out for you guys. Yeah, I think something like that's gonna happen. Popeye, muchísimas gracias for that. I highly appreciate you. Saludos. Excuse me. Redu su. Excuse me. Redu su suang. Excuse me if I get that wrong. Again, thank you, Popeye. Brian, muy buenas noches. I'm doing good. Just been staying on the bike, just trying to sort things out. Yeah, Arturo, gracias. What you think about it? Oh, okay, okay. ¿Qué hubo? Muy buenas noches, Popeye. I met I met some good homies. Another one that was with us there was Chaparro. That boy, that boy was little, but man, did he have knuckles on him. Yeah, William, you're right about that. Okay, Arturo. I haven't been able to get on the comments. I apologize. Oh, okay, Travieso. Great to see you. Buenas noches. I was like, Austrian, muy buenas noches, my boy. Everything's good. A lot to think of. I just, you know, they put a lot on my plate to think of. Yeah, do hit the like, por favor, everyone, if it's possible. Brian, buenas noches. Yeah, bro. The hospitals out here, there's something else. It's like I was supposed to get a ultrasonido, them ultrasound. And anyways, the hospital had ordered it, and when I went, they go, "Oh, we could do it in a month, a month and a half." I go, "What's that good for?" So they told me, "Well, here's a number to some doctors you could do it at." Basically, they recommend you to their friends, to pay them and stuff. So, but I got that taken care of today and blood tests. Since 5:30, I was out the ranch. Yeah, Popeye, he was good gente. I just seen when certain things flared out. Man, Homo had, again, he had knuckles on him. Nah, William worse. Mixteco, saludos. Yeah, ultrasound. Yeah, I did that, and I'm uh, I'm having one of the moments, right, where what they're saying, I have to decide what I'm going to do. I'm going through with the surgery regardless, right? There's no sidestepping. I have faith, so huh, like the DMB. Yeah, it's crazy. And I got there literally at 6 in the morning. It was already that line. Triple A, my boy, buenas noches. Yeah, the brain surgery, but you know how I have very little percentage of walking off from it. Basically, it's all coming with warnings, like you're not gonna walk from it, and the ones that tell me that I am, they're gonna be like, there's a high risk that you're gonna be put in vegetables. So I ain't tripping. If it's time, it's time. Let's boogie. But that being a vegetable, not even be able to talk, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be a weight to my family. So El Mencho is gonna be yeah, a lot of different individuals. Mixteco. Yeah, AAA. Regardless, I'm gonna press forward. Yeah, that's why I wanna. I know my family, William, and if I was to be left there, they would ride with it, right? Regardless, and that's what I'm debating on. Go see a lawyer and you know, I don't want him to keep me plugged in if that's the case. But I gotta weigh. I walk with God. So I gotta see. Nick, muy buenas noches. But the doctors are something. I have a very small percentage of walking out of this. Okay, I understand that. Let's do it. But they want to take care of it while I'm going through chemo. It's like arriba la raza. John, muy buenas noches. Likewise, much respect. All my spirits always. I have faith. Ain't nothing gonna bend that. I just I think about the people looking out for me. I don't wanna be a weight to them. Yeah, Nick, it just don't make to me it don't make sense, but nah, there's people, William. There's always people here. It's Mexico. Yeah, Austrian. Siempre. I need to sort things out though, because I do wanna do that book. David Lopez, saludos. What got me into the vida loca? It just came to me sincerely. I always grew up around neighborhoods, right? Family members, down south, and even up there, right? But it was just an incident I spoken about. I won't get into how we got started and I will put it out, but basically the death of you could say a family, right? Member on Make a Chile Colorado with Chivo. Ooh. My homeboy sent it to me. It you can't see it, but basically my neighborhood. I had this hat for a long time. Yeah, it does sound good. Yeah, John. I know. They always with me. That's why I know how they are. To them ain't nothing. Chile de pollo. Ooh, that sounds good. That's the other thing I'm thinking of. AAA. Of just backdooring. Going back home. First Chicano. Man, that's a hard one. Been a long, long time. Man, I couldn't even start to tell you, but it's been too long. Man, man, Dispensa. It's been a long time. I was like, what, 9, 10, or even sooner. Yeah, it should. Nick, just give that carne its time. Kick Frost, I heard him when I was young. The especially that Raza. But I had heard rap before Chicano rap. That was in the later years, like in 92, 91, 92, when I heard Kick Frost. Yeah, his big brother, Ixteco. Yeah, yeah, William. Same thing I heard. Uh, man, in the spur of the moment, I don't know how many times, Nick, but man, from when we were kids, man, I used to smack him around for everything. I'll be honest with you. Now there were some individuals, Chicano rap culture that were in town trying to rap. They were the first upstate that I heard. Other than that, it was all the music we used to bump when it came to Chicanos. It all came from down south. Buenas noches, Rose. How's your day been? Everything good? Gets 187. Saludos desde Guadalajara. Gracias. They ain't going anywhere. They ain't going anywhere, Mesteco. Them two names you mentioned, they try to pick them up like that president, they're gonna have problems. It ain't gonna be that easy. I mean, they're gonna do it, you know, but it ain't gonna be quiet like that. Yeah, William. That's all it is. You two warrior. Me and you know that never happened. 506 Gangster. Saludos, homie. Igualmente, mis más altos saludos y respetos. Ooh, that sounds real good. Rose. I gotta see right now what I'm gonna eat, but all I have in my stomach is a couple eggs this morning. I just been up and down. First Chicana Nintendo 64. Huh. Yeah. I'm trying to think real hard. Chicano rap culture. Popeye, you gonna rest? Hope you have a well rested night. Again, thank you for that. Highly appreciate you. Oh, wow. Thank you again, Popeye. Te lo agradezco mucho. I appreciate your wishes. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. No, they're speaking of it here in Culiacan. Yeah, gracias again, Popeye. Hope you have a blessed night. Yeah, yeah. When I was a kid, I was a big wrestler fan. Both of them, Chicano rap. I used to watch both of them, but I was a huge fan. You know, when I was young, even when I was still game banging, I was still boxing and wrestling, Olympic wrestling. I was, when it came to Sonoma County and Lake County, I was three-time purple ribbon in wrestling and the Bay Area Golden Boy glove. Excuse me. Things will play out. Mixteco, he's gonna stay put, cause well, Jalisco is basically the way it's formed. Ain't gonna do nothing if El Mencho goes. I guarantee that. Jimmy, yeah, Kids 187. Dog, well, I could tell you what I do, right? My work, what I do is now I try to see the good in it. It's always there. Lopez Maravilla. Um, I, not that I could remember, but just sit down and analyze it and just try to make sense of it. And if you don't make sense, just let it go. Just deal with the thoughts, try to deal with it, and just let it go. Get 187, it works for me. Sometimes I don't bow down and let it go, and it just eats me up. Lopez Maravilla. John Smith, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a great night. Yeah, focus on all the good, everything, but most importantly, to let go of it. What helps me, I'm one of them individuals, right? When something, well, I used to be, you know, well, I'm still am, I haven't gone, but when somebody does something to me, believe me, my head starts, or when I go through something, I start dwelling on, okay, I got to think of 1,000 ways how to take care of this. and get away with it, right? And now I just sit down, analyze it, see my wrong in it, and that's what helps me let go of it. Mainly put it in a higher power's hands, knowing that I can't deal with the situation. Yeah, that's the thing about wrestling. Mostly you always get hurt. Thank you, John Smith, again. Yeah, that's positive. That's it. As one. Gracias, kid. I wish I could be more helpful. I try to, but try to deal with. I have so many character defects. It ain't even funny. Chicano culture, Cali legends, or what does it say? Cali legends, lucky. Oh, I seen the news on that. That's man. It's really becoming something, huh, William? 100% Mixteco. You live in Clear Lake? I used to love going up to Clear Lake, Lakeport, Clear Lake, all that. When I was a kid, I had a boxing event right there in Lakeport. It was a tournament. Hit him with a shovel. Yeah, Nick. I used to I used to like his music up until the point he started throwing around that. Oh, it don't matter. Igualmente, Mr. Mora. Saludos to you. How long have you lived in Lake County, Clear Lake, if I can ask? Oh, café, poquito guariche, Clover, ¿qué huele? Muy buenas noches. H and Orange, great to see you. I was watching what you sent last time. Huh, it's a trip, huh? Um, it's hard to say. Tony, great to see you, but it's hard to say. I don't think so, cause the next step is gonna be the four letters coming over here, right? Yeah, Nick, I'm the same way. I went from drinking a lot of coffee to trying to drink as little as possible. Especially with this dumb heart. Millionaire Mansion. Oh, I haven't seen that episode. Man, I miss everything about the state. to be honest. But most of all, I miss there's a lot of family, right? Out there, and there's a lot of people, regardless if I always came here and went back, because that's home, everything. Yeah, William, I used to be like that. I definitely can't touch on coffee all day no more. But I miss the food too. Get 187. Oh, in Ukiah. Okay. Tony, it's because there's a thing called, getting charged absent. And I was already out here when something like that went through. So that's why my nieces, my jefita and stuff, they got a lawyer trying to clear that up so that the minute I don't go through the border with my papers, they trying to snatch me up. And in my condition to go behind the scenes through the cerro or whatever, right? I don't know if I'll be able to pull through. Huh. From la desmadre. Yeah. I knew a couple younger homies when I was in the Bay. They used to write out to me from Ukiah, Marca Folgers. Man, tu madre, buenas noches. He's there. He's there doing his family thing. Yeah, be careful because of the kidneys, William, in some crazy communities. Yeah, tu madre, he's doing his family thing. Tony's got fed up with YouTube, I believe, right? I can't speak for him. Huh. JJ, saludos. Buenas noches, tu madre. Yeah, JJ, I'm straight, on speaking on Funny Cat. Yeah, 4 months don't count though, JJ. I'm the same way, William. I love to learn something. Yeah, William, you gotta be careful. Yeah, JJ, I hope you understand. It's nothing. You guys know I'm real clear with you guys, but I'm cool on all this behind a screen talking or worrying. I'm straight. Yeah, yeah, that's one. Yeah, JJ agreed on that. We always gonna be learning something new. Remember, even when we die, it's not unknown. We're gonna find out, right? We're learning then. Yeah, that's what I was tripping on, Agent Orange. How they do it. Me, probably because I'm a truck, right? When I try to look up the pictures or something, it's it's real hard for me. But anyways, other than that, is I see like there's some individuals on YouTube. All their all their videos are about things on YouTube. I don't know how they would find it, and I wouldn't want to know, right? That's why I only speak about my personal stuff. Tony, buenas noches. Yeah, he's definitely up there. Where, where shy, but there's a few of them, that are up there. Kenny, oh, there's quite a few of them to even. No, tu madre. There's no. I would have never bumped into that cat. I was never out of state, and I never was on PZ. JJ, right now it's pretty nice, not hot nor cold. I want to find out later. Yeah, peace to everyone. Mixteco, Solano County, saludos. Definitely that. At least when we started, we didn't have not one homie from LA or down south. It was all homegrown. But I agree with you. Mora 707, buenas noches, you gonna rest up? Thank you for stopping in. It was a pleasure. Oh yeah, I grew up with a lot of hate, tu madre, when it came to, the opposite at the moment. The power of the cross. Saludos, blessings to you, and the power of Jesus. Huh. I agree with you, William. Ha ha ha. That fool was never in the shoe. EDV. Likewise, much love to you. Buenas noches. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, but it's one that got taken out when the American Me movie or whatever, when all that scandal happened. Huh. That works out like that, Solano County. Gracias, tu madre. Yeah, JJ, thank you for that. I hope you rest well. Muy buenas noches. I highly appreciate you. Hilbert, saludos, buenas noches. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chicano rap. I almost got clipped a few times down south. Mainly because of my attitude, right? It's always been like that, Hilbert, ever since the ones that started V, they were the ones that wanted to be from the hood and they were never permitted, you know? So it's always been like that. There was a couple years when we started, when BSL started, that we didn't even trip on Norteños. It was mainly against us, you know? Up until they started clipping us from both sides, we were like, hey, ya estufas, you know? Oh, that's cool. Tu madre. That's cool. Loyalty overall. Hasser was big at one point in Chuku. Yeah, Hasser's still big. Real big. They don't. They don't. Just because they're Pili don't mean they have it like that. You know, there's some that they're definitely just with the title, you know? Huh. He's on YouTube. He's on YouTube, the one that rolled it up. Definitely, I agree. Homie Antoni he was good. I was on the yard with him. EDV. Yeah, S1. EDV. I'll just say he's on YouTube, you know, playing that Activo part. Mike Piña, buenas noches. Juan López, muy buenas noches. Okay, I seen. Gracias, Mixteco. Igualmente. No, William. This individual, SGV area, and I don't want no part of that back and forth because I see that's all he does, right? Mixteco, igualmente, muchos saludos. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a well rested night. Did I miss it? Okay. How did Down South respond to you? Chicano rap. There's no need to explain. What is there to explain? My neighborhood, that's what I represented. You know, somebody sent me a clip, some individual blaming upstaters for his supporting pesetas, right? And man, I could see right through him, right? He's one of them that has hate for the upstaters, right? As you call them, or homies from Northern Cal, like I consider myself to be. And but again, to each their own. When I went in, anywhere I went, ain't nobody ever said anything, you know? Nothing. Um, yes and no. Kids 187, it's basically we didn't click, at least in my town, right? Uh, I won't start touching on that, how we started up there, but where I come from, there's a lot of Native Americans, and you know, if you were more to your roots of raza, it was just different, right? But it wasn't, you know, I grew up with norteños. It wasn't really like that, you know. Yeah, exactly, tu madre. Man, Roy, muy buenas noches. Never late, my boy. Thank you for being here. Casper, the rapper, Solano County. Shadow or Blacks? EDV. It's not that. I don't want to. I just don't want the drama behind it. You know, everybody looking for the next man to swing on. You know, cause they. So I just prefer just my respects to everyone. Do excuse me if you hit me up behind the scenes. Con todo gusto, you know. In prison, Chicano rep. I'll be honest with you. From what's going on right now, I will lump him up. No buts or ifs. He will get tipped up. Why the smoke, Popeye? Eric, buenas noches. Casperón. Casperón. I don't know one Casper. He's a younger cat. Yeah, I agree with that. Triple A. Oh yeah, I had a good homie, kid from Northside. We were still in touch when I had over here, but I met what's the other homie's name? Scrappy. Roy. Feeling good, thank you God. How you been? How's family been? From Carpas. Man, I met a lot of homies from Santa Barbara, but I remember they were from Carpas. Happy New Year's, Roy. Edgar Haircut. Casper. Yeah, I don't know him. Solano County Dispensa. I don't know how young he might be. Yeah, he was up there. He was up there at the bay. From Fairfield? No, I definitely don't know him. She with you. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, I met homies from Fairfield. I met, what's the homie's name? And this was in Solano. Dreamer? Dreamer? Haircut. Huh. Yeah. Well, that individual I taught. Yeah. Yeah, regardless, we're all Southsiders, you know? Sureño is a title you go in and you earn, right? We just have it in our neighborhood, you know? And that's to show our presence. Eric, man, last time I heard Lancaster had 2-2, but I don't know now, you know? Chino, man, I think I know Chino. He's related to Negro and Mayra and them, right? Roy, I highly appreciate that. Gracias. Um, Up in the Bay, there was a couple of them, but they had him slammed down for some reason. Uh, Daniel Sepensa. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Pelon from Fairfield. I don't know him. EDV, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm not in any way, come out in a negative way. I'll be honest, I'm just myself, with everyone. There's a few that speak to me behind the scenes and they will tell you, oh yeah, nah. The whole reason of this channel, EDV, is to be more in touch with everyone. I'll never ignore nobody. Chicano rap, 100%. You see, if you're sureño, Southside in Campolero, however you want to say it, right? I don't even know why it's even up for discussion. Oh, he was Armenian, he was Italian, he was black. Nah, when we say our raza, our causa is sureña, regardless of whatever you are. And there's not minimizing nobody. Believe me, when that happens, at least everywhere I've been around is your butt. Saca la bolsita. Max Mike, saludos. Johnny, saludos, carnal. Buenas noches. Gracias, todo bien. They got a faction in area. Saca la bolsita. West Side 18. I don't believe Shadow. I ran across a couple homies though from West Side 18 that were that were brothers or black. But I met a lot of good camaradas that were black. And again, our movement don't really has nothing to do with it. Shouldn't even be a topic of conversation, to be sincere. Ha, thank you, really. Pelon from Flair. Mike, I got out September 13th, 2018 from the state. And then it was in and out here. Max Mike, Shadow Channel. I heard a lot about Shadow. I don't know him. Again, the mask is due to my family out here. But with all my problems, believe me, it's gonna bounce soon. I hope. But yeah, um, not really, Eric. It depends. Kit 187, yeah. Met a few homies from La Habra, Clica Los Monos. My primo Tito's from there. Cali Legends Media. I if Cat the homie from Maravilla, he's putting out something like about like Lecha wise, I listen to it. I don't really like that back and forth. I'll be honest though, Chicano rap. I don't really watch YouTube too much. PFP, I've watched it before, but not really, to be sincere. That fool got in Sinaloa. Yeah, I couldn't really say. Max Mike, I'm right here in Culiacan though. And again, this is just due to a request from a family member, without really putting too much out there. Chicano rap, it would have to be San Quentin. There's a lot of homies from Northern California do excuse Chicano rap. That upstate title, I don't really agree with. Yeah, especially right here. Every time I talk to my boy S1, it's like he makes sure I notice things I don't really pay attention to. TJV been having saludos 2004. Preston and I close. Okay. Yeah, man, I was there. I was there, but I got out in 94 in the end, right before I did short stay. EDV, yes, I go I go live Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays is just on the reaction channel though. But here is Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah, William, I just when they start talking about the next man, my respects, I just don't stay and look at it. I'll be honest. The tacos, they're good. Oh, Popeye, muchísimas gracias for that. Thank you from the heart. Jimbo, buenas noches. Likewise, it sends mine right back. Yeah, I knew Sneaky, Roy. Not like on a yard type of thing, but we were in Corcoran at least for a little bit till I got shipped out. Huh. Popeye, gracias again. Yeah, gracias, Popeye again. Chicano rap. About that question you just asked me, there's nothing to think. Worst kind of trash there is, right? Huh, yeah. I can relate. Solano County. Jerry, saludos. Buenas noches. How you been? Ah, welcome, Roy. I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, do hit the like, por favor. Oh, you knew. No, you knew. You're probably the one that mostly knows my feelings right there, as one. Jerry, a dead weight is just somebody taking spot, right? You see, back in the days, they were validating people for everything. Even if you were on a phone call and all of a sudden you try to speak about somebody that was somebody, you would get a point, right? So you go back there and what do? You're just sitting there. Never was around, ain't in touch. When you're in the shoes, validated, you have to stay relevant. Put yourself in this position, bring something to the table. If not, then that's exactly what dead weight stands for, right? Like I stated in the last live, only about 20% of camaradas back there they were relevant, you know? Which actor YouTube would have something coming? All of them. Chicano rap would have something coming based on what they say. Every single one of them, but there ain't no active on YouTube like I told S1 in our last conversation. When I was out there doing things, the last thing on my mind was YouTube, was what they were saying, what nothing like that, you know? There's too much on the table. Max Mike, saludos, lazy, silent. Chicano rap. Lucky, he's in good standings. Active is a strong word, you know? Blue Devil, Sorry. Again, there's a big difference between good standings and being active. Later, kids. Later, kids. I understand, Roy. Saludos, Jerry. The health is good. Just a lot of decisions to make. Eric, thank you for asking. Mr. De La Cruz, great to see you as always. Yeah, it's crazy. The hospitals out here, there's something. Yeah, big difference. Solano County, exactly. Encinitas, North County, San Diego. Okay. Duarte, muy buenas noches. You from North County, San Diego? Yeah, there's a big difference, I think Discord is working on it. Okay, H&R, Orange, thank you. Respects and cubos. Igualmente, Solano. Yeah, do hit the like, por favor. Jury Dury or DMB. I don't know. It's always like that, you know. The thing is, Culiacan is here, Rose, and there's a bunch of ranchos. So in the ranchos, if they need anything, they send them into the city, you know. That's why it gets like this. Okay, William, you should see Emergency Rose. I swear it's something sad. But that's why every time I hold up as much possible, I hate hospitals, you know. I deal with them because I have to, but Encinita. Okay, Roy. Yeah, everyone, do shoot me ideas. You know, I've been trying to touch on what you guys been requesting of me to touch on. You know, I only have one, two episodes on my story, regardless. So do please let me know what you want me to talk about as a story or a reaction. You know, it'd be my pleasure. Ignacio, muy buenas noches. Gracias. Hope you and family are well. Chicano rep, Guanajuato. Guanajuato. They had a big stronghold right here in Mazatlan for a while, but there was a big buzz, you know. Chile de Garcia, great to see you. Thank you. I highly appreciate you. Yeah, Roy is just, yeah, Mr. De La Cruz. He's, he's busted again, stealing good. There's a lot of that though, bro. Believe me. I'm weak. Today? Nah, Jerry, I had not heard of it. I want to look that up. That'll be something cool. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, Jerry, I'm going to look into it right now. But Chicano rep, to answer your question better, you know, Lucky's a good dude, you know. He has good kelecha. There's a lot of individuals that have good kelecha, you know. And all I can say, you know, is my respects to everyone. I ain't nobody to say otherwise, right? Chicano rap culture. Um, deepest? Damn. Maybe Swoot Town in 19. Um, I would definitely go with one of them two. Chicano rap. Roto, damn. Saludos, buenas noches. Great to see you. They were asking me about the homie from Maravilla. Gracias, Mr. De La Cruz. I highly appreciate you. I keep meaning to reach out to you, but I just been in and out the house. Like today, I went in before 6. Yeah, William. Yeah, yeah, I have. I had some good art I sent home when I got sent to the Fed. I wanted some from the homie from Dog Patch, so he had some nice artwork. East Salinas gang, okay. Huh. Yeah, that's the new game banging area, right? Triple A. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had not a lot of them, but I had I don't know, between 8 and 12, somewhere there. Thank you, Mr. De La Cruz, for your understanding. Yeah, Fernie B was, man. Okay, that's one. I highly appreciate that. Yeah, but Fernie B, William, phew, he was he was an artist. Yeah, when I was up there, when I was up there in the Bay, I remember one time one came around, and I would consider myself to be an okay artist, right? But when his came around, I was like, man, from up north, it depends, right? But I would give it to Sleepy or yeah, I would say Sleepy from Sanjo. Yeah, do please get at me about reactions. Down there, cool. Vato. Yeah, Duarte, definitely. You definitely can distinguish them by the artwork. I want to start sending that out. I'm waiting to see if one touches down right now. Yeah, G.I. Joe is definitely up there, right? G.I. Joe, Chuco's up there, but they're feria makers, right? You said powerful. Yup, Mike. Oh, yeah. I seen it happen a few times. That's one. And it never ends up good. Still going, a lot of time left. Thank you, Roy. God's willing, Highly appreciate your words. I agree, Roto. I agree with that 100%. You see how time has metaphor and man, it's sure. Remember back in the days, you respect family overall, right? But everyone, with my answers, Chicana rep, I wanted to state, there's a few channels I stop in, Lucky being one of them. I know everyone has a narrative on exposed to. I see the push, right? I could respect it. Bam Bam's, um, cause I see where he's pointing. But there's a lot of good people on YouTube. I'm just saying that active word is it's a strong word to use. No, Chicano culture, whoever said that, is just taking you on a loop. I never heard it at least, right? Yeah, I could respect, the push. Like, for example, Hector Bravo, I could respect, he does his push, he stays in his lane. And I always been one of them individuals, right? It don't matter where you're at, what you're doing, you got to know how to separate things. That includes persons, right? Especially on paper. DJ, Moni, saludos. Thank you for stopping in. But there's a lot of people that come on and say, oh, I was with the Pilio here. I was with the Pilio here. I'm like, okay. When you're around them personally, I don't know if you guys noticed, the one thing I have, I dwell on things, right? I don't know if you remember from the hospital, for example, their lip, how people have their lips when they speak, eyebrows. I tend to look at little small things, right? And with words, I met a lot of people that would tell me like, "Oh, I know Sana personally." Okay, what was the one word he never took out his mouth? And every sentence he stated it. Oh, please. Friday, William. Thank you, God. Tomorrow I'm able to chill. But Friday, and then Monday I got chemo. Yeah, Roy, I agree. Yeah, Nick, we're still here. Real talk. Level Michael, saludos. Spokes 2, muy buenas noches, saludos y respetos. Thank you, Roy. Carnalito. No, that wasn't his word. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, I agree with that. Expose. Yeah, I've been around certain people, but thank you, Chicano Rap. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I highly appreciate it. Does it hurt? Nah, I mean, Ray, saludos. Gracias, Spock Sub, igualmente. Respeto. I'm just checking the parking lot. Kevin, saludos. Yeah, the head ain't no joke. Yeah. Chile, Colorado. Sharing is caring. It's like, well, that's why you need to tell me to be quiet because I'm going to start a whole. How this going? You know, I would say better. I haven't had that much episodes recently, so it has to be better. Thank you for asking, Kevin. Gracias, William. Huh. Okay, before I leave, I want to ask everyone a question. And this is just speaking out the blues, right? It's not necessarily with nobody in mind or nothing before they get on the high horse, right? Please tell me what the definition of lechen means. Like I tell everybody, I pay attention to words. The old school son, Joe Beaky's Town documentary. Oh, I I started to. Oh yeah, it's an open war. Yeah, legend, Roto. I just want everyone's definition. Thank you, Kevin. No, not carnal. A legend is someone you heard of that exists through conversation. You know, someone you have never met. So if you backtrack, that's why they're always mentioned by that, right? Legend, because that's all you know him by. Never met one, you know, because if If you knew what to call them. Just look up legend. Legend's just a myth. Something you only hear, never seen or never been around. And it's 100% true. And I'll end on that, right? Oh, yeah, Kevin, 100%. I am Legend Will Smith, right? Is someone that existed, did his thing. You heard about all the things he did, but you have never met. Okay, Triple A. Yeah, William, like I said, it's a myth. Exactly. It's exactly a myth. But that you yourself only know him as a legend. So if you pay attention to the words, that person will tell you exactly, right, who he's been around, how he really views things. Chavez, those are legends. Yeah, Roto. Henry, buenas noches. Yeah, Nick. Exactly, Chicano rep. Yeah, S1, I know. And again, we're only speaking because I've been asked, right? What do I think about that word? So we're just talking about the word, no third parties or nothing before anything, right? You guys know I don't do that. Zoom. Exactly, Chicano. Really? Ooh, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna let you guys rest. Gotta go down and eat something. Yeah, Nick. But I'll let you guys rest for today. I'm sorry I took so much of your time. William, La Llorona. Eric, ¿qué hubo? Saludos. Yeah, Kevin, I gotta eat something. He's been in hospital all the day. I don't. Chino. Never even really paid attention to it. Mainly because when you're in the shoe, you have your own different placazo, you know? Yeah, that's one. Thank you, Rose, for telling me. Yeah, Rose, I gotta eat something. Doreen, God bless. Saludos. Great to see you. Hope you rest well. Roto, likewise, it's a pleasure. Richard, thank you for that. I highly appreciate you from the heart. It means a lot, especially right now. Yeah, I didn't even notice. I really enjoy conversating with everyone, and thank you to all, for helping me, at least for this short while, get out of the struggles. That's when, it never stops for me, bro. Tacos and cereal, Pop Tarts, huh? I don't want to see, mainly I eat fruits right now at night, vegetables. Kevin, muy buenas noches. Yeah, I'm going to my boy S1. Hope you rest well. I love you, bro. Rest well. William, I send my love. Hope you rest well. Yeah, Rose. No worries. Muy buenas noches, Rose. Thank you for being here as always. I hope you and family are in God's best love and care. Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. That's the best meal right there. Chicano rap. Gracias. Popeye, muchísimas gracias. Highly appreciate you, bro, from the heart. Oh, I will. William, I'll do it tonight. Robin Hood. Agent Orange, hope you rest well. We need to get together to hook up the machines, both of them. Cause you know me, I'm a tow truck. Thank you, Rose. Hope you rest well. Gracias, Popeye, again. Triple A, my boy. Send my love to everybody that was on here. Do know I highly appreciate you. It means a lot you taking some time to conversate with me, you know. And I send my love and prayers to everyone. I know, it's been a long time we've been here together, right? And even though from far away, do know I highly appreciate you. I send my love to everyone. Kevin, muy buenas noches. And if I miss someone by name, please forgive me. Thank you, Rose, for looking out for me. You're better at it than myself. Buenas noches, everyone.